You've heard the saying, nobody's perfect, right? Well, I'm not. And I made a mistake. And I was browsing the parts and repair section on eBay, like I always do when I'm looking for a machine to flip. And I decided to browse into the Mac Mini section just because I've always been interested in the Mac Minis. And I thought, hey, these are pretty cheap. I can get one for a good price and flip it for an even better profit. So I was looking at one and I saw it and it looked like it needed quite a bit of parts, so I decided, okay, I'm gonna lowball this guy, and I offered him $30, which he immediately accepted, which was kind of a red flag right there. It wasn't until I had this thing open and in front of me until I realized what was really wrong with it.
Oh, that's a fucking problem. Oh no. Damn, somebody definitely fucked that up. Somebody didn't know what they were doing when they took this thing apart, which is really freaking typical of computers that people. Oh my god, this one doesn't even have. That's completely broken off. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think this. Hmm. That's not good. That's definitely. Oh my god, who did this to this? Alright, let's try one sticker RAM. Oh no.
That sound you just heard was the sound of my heart sinking to the floor, realizing the mistake I had just made. The worst part is that this was entirely my fault, and I could have completely avoided this because you can even see in the picture on the ad that the RAM slot is broken, and I overlooked this. I didn't look that deep into the photo, which is completely my fault.
Holy shit. It turns on.
That being said, the Mac still works. Like, I was able to put one stick of RAM in it, put a hard drive to it, plug it in to a monitor and a power source, and it still booted up just fine. And unfortunately, this is an i7 Mac Mini too, and who would like do this to their Mac Mini? Like, there's even instructions right there next to the RAM showing you how to open and take it apart, and somebody just, said fuck it and just snapped that right off and pulled the RAM out for whatever reason because I don't know what they had. They probably had Lenny or whatever that guy is from of Mice and Men work on that thing.
Alright, so I finally got the hard drive cable, the bracket, and the little antenna cover that goes over this. I'm not sure if it came with the. No, it didn't. You gotta be kidding me. Of course, no screws. Still doesn't answer the question as to how, like, this mounts to this. I'm so confused. Like, what kind of sorcery? What is this for? What is this for? I. What does it do? Where I don't even see a place where this goes. Like, does it fit there? No, that doesn't make any sense. Oh my god.
Another thing I didn't think about was to watch an instructional video on how to do this. Apparently, you have to take the entire Mac Mini apart. You have to pull the logic board, pull all the brackets, the PSU, and all that stuff. And yeah, I didn't feel like doing all that, so I rigged it together in my own fashion. And luckily, it's still somewhat fast, even with only a 4 GB stick of RAM in it and a old hard drive. So, and it has a maximum of 16 GB. So I could throw an 8 GB stick with an SSD, and it could probably be a pretty quick computer with that i7. But instead of selling it, it's kind of a flop, kind of a failure. What I'm gonna end up doing with it is giving it to my girlfriend because her laptop is not the speediest thing ever, but this Mac should make a big difference to her life. As of right now, I've ordered most of the parts to get the Mac complete. I've ordered a hard drive cable, the caddy for it, which was a real fun time trying to figure out how to work. I never even put that caddy in there. I just kind of wrapped the hard drive with the anti-static bag and just kind of wedged it in there really good because it's kind of a tight fit already. I don't really have the screws for anything on this Mac Mini. I got the antenna cover plate, which the Wi-Fi worked before, and I actually got a Wi-Fi signal and it worked fine, so I just put the antenna on there to kind of cover everything up and make it look like it was supposed to look. But I still need the 8 GB stick of RAM. I still need a bottom cover for it. I don't have either of those yet. Apart from that, it works fine. That's all I really have for the Mac Mini. So unfortunately, it was kind of a failure, but you know, that's just the nature of the game. Sometimes it happens. It's, you know, even it's like a failure and a win at the same time. But stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, and have a good day.